Now that we have seen regular expression basics, I want to show you some examples on how to use it. Now let's say that I have a very simple Windows application in which I want to check that the user input is correct. Now let's say that I want to make sure that the user enters a valid social security number. A social security number is basically 3 digits, a dash, then 2 digits, a dash, and then 4 digits. That's a correct format for a social security number. So in regular expression language, what I would say that I'm expecting 3 digits. That will be digits n equal 3, it means 3 digits. Then dash, which is a literal, then another digit 2 times, then another dash, which is a literal again, and then I'm expecting 4 more digits. So for me, it says it's valid, and it's a valid social security number format. Whichever numbers I choose is fine, as long as there are 3, 2, and 3 groups of numbers separated by dashes. If I put a letter, for example, it's not valid. So this program is very easy to use, and we're very used to use it. And if you right click on it and then copy C# complete regular expression declaration, then you go here to Visual Studio. In the button click handler, you're gonna say paste, and that program put in the clipboard this code, which has everything you need. Whatever you typed in there is here. Let's forget about these options right now. We're gonna go into that detail later. So for me, this is the social security regex. Say if this regular expression matches is a match of whatever the user entered in the text box text, then I'm gonna show to the user, hey, valid SSN number, thanks. Else, if it is not valid format, I'm gonna say, sorry, invalid format, try again. So if I run that application, as you can see, I type anything I want, and it says invalid. Anything invalid. Unless it's a valid format for social security, in which case you're gonna say, hey, valid social security number, thanks. All this is doing, whichever numbers you enter, is validating it. So by using regular expressions, very simple, very flexible, and very easily and elegantly, you're checking the user input is fine. Okay, as another example, now we want to make sure the user enters a valid email address. We want to make sure the user doesn't make a mistake. So we need to check if the email is valid, and we want to use our expression for it. It's the simplest and more elegant and more reliable way of checking it. Now, the user is going to enter the email text in here in the text box, and in the button event handler, we want to check if it works, if it is valid regular expressions. Using this simple regular expressions pad program that you can get it for free in our website at felosoft.com, download button, and then you get the application. You can easily check if a regular expression is valid. So let's say we want to check for an email. What is an email? Something like info@felosoft.com. Now, what is that? Basically, it's a more than one characters alphanumeric, more than one, followed by an @ sign, then followed for more than one alphanumeric characters. Then we have a dot. But as you saw before here, dots matches any character, and that's not exactly what you want. So if you have a special character that you want to use and you want to match on it, you have escape it. Instead of putting dot, we are going to escape dot. If you do backslash dot, it's basically a dot escaped. In this case, we want to have a dot, and then we want it followed by exactly three word or three alphanumeric characters. Will be word 3. As you see, the valid match was found. If I were going to miss the at, it's invalid. If I were gonna miss the dot, it's invalid. So although it's very simple in this case, for sure we know it's gonna be a valid email address. I'm saying it's a very simple one because in my experience I have seen that sometimes people have something like carlos.info, and then as you can see it missed something here. Basically I wasn't expecting a dot here, but we get into that more complex examples in the future. Hold on right now and see what we have. To match an email in a simple way, we have a word character more than one, an at sign, then we have a word character more than one, dot, which is a dot, but dot is a special character and you need to escape it, and then we have exactly 3 word character for the com. So if we go copy C# complete regular expression declaration, we go to the Visual Studio, and then we paste it, and we have the email regex. Forget about the regular expressions option at this moment. We'll go into that detail later. And if you can see right now, this regex class is not found. It's because we're missing the namespace system.text.regular expressions. When we add that namespace, everything is working fine. The last thing we want to go is checking if it's right or not. So if email regular expressions dot is matched with whatever the user entered in the text box, then message box dot show valid email. Else we're gonna show invalid email. If we run that application and we enter a text, okay, invalid. If we enter .com, okay, that's invalid too. But if we enter info@felosoft.com, another cool feature of regular expressions is the captures. Captures are very handy and it would let you extract some portions of the text that the user entered and you captured by groups. So as you can see this, as you have seen this before, now let's go to our regular expressions pad, which by the way you can get it from our website at felosoft.com for free. And this regular expressions pad, now let's say we want to capture a date that the user is going to enter. The date is going to be composed by 2 digits, then a slash, then another 2 digits for the day, and then another slash, another 4 digits for the year. If we were going to enter 11/11/1911, it captured the date. Is a valid match, but where are the groups? There's no groups yet. So to create a groups, as you have seen here before, we need to put a group name in angle brackets. So let's go and do it. So we have the day, the month, and we say, okay, month. And then we have a day, and we say day. And then we have the year. As you can see now, the whole thing is being matched, but also is being grouped, day, month, and year. So now let's copy that to a clipboard. Let's go to Visual Studio and let's paste it. Now forget about the options. We're going to add later. Regular expressions is not found because we're missing a namespace. System text dot regular expressions. This is my day regular expression. Now let's say we have 3 strings, one for the day, sorry, for the month first. This one is gonna be captured from a match. We have to create a match object, which is our date match. It's gonna be this date regex capturing a match from our this dot textbox dot text, and then we're gonna put that into our variable groups, and what group is that, and then value, and then that group's name is month. Then we're gonna do the same thing for year and day. So we have day and we have year. Basically, I have created the 3 groups in the regular expressions, and now I'm able to extract that into this variable. I can extract it by group name, and then I can do whatever I want with it. Like, for example, showing it to the user in a different format. So I do string.format, and then I would say something like, you were born on month year date, and then month year date. If we run this application, we say 10/11/1985, and we run it. You were born on the month 10, year 1985, day 11.